We all know that these are crazy times, and we know that Tim and Kaitlyn have made some sacrifices. And here's the thing, that should spur us on. That should spur our joy in seeing what God has done and what He's brought together in this moment. Kaitlyn, I don't know you as well, but I do know this about you. Your smile can light up a room. You are a joy to be around. And Kaitlyn, I want you to know something. You have been prayed for years by Tim's family and his friends, and we are so glad that it's you. We are.
This is perfect. I told you I wouldn't come. I want to see the back. Oh, the back is beautiful. It's beautiful.
See as you look around that these people, if you're here and experiencing this with Tim and Kaitlyn and you're here to support them, you're very, very special in their lives, and that's an amazing thing. And so we know that we're here to celebrate and support them in their marriage, but we also know that there's several people out here today that weren't able to be here and experience this with them either. And here's the thing, that should spur us on. That should spur our joy in seeing what God has done and what He's brought together in this moment. Paul, by walking your daughter down the aisle, are you and Patricia affirming that you give your full blessing of marriage of your daughter with this man? Something that Tim has always hoped for is that he would share his life with somebody and the love that he has. And Tim, if you know him, he loves greatly and deeply. So I'm so glad to be here and to be a part of a dream that's coming to fruition. Tim, I've had the privilege of seeing the Lord do some tremendous things in your life. I've seen you make an entire restaurant laugh. I've seen you create audiences where you would think there's no audience to be around. I've seen you capture hearts of kids and adults in a church that were hard to Jesus and the gospel. And I've seen you bring the truth of the gospel into lives that you would never expect. I've seen you set your mind and accomplish any goal that you want to. And man, I've seen you handle pain in relationships with grace, and I know that you're going to bring that into your marriage, and that's amazing. That's amazing. Tim, do you take Kaitlyn to be your lawful wedded wife? Do you promise to love, honor, and support her, being faithful only to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Let the record show. Kaitlyn, will you take Tim to be your lawful wedded husband? Will you promise to love, honor, and support him, being faithful only to him as long as you both shall live? Well, Tim and Kaitlyn, since you have vowed to enter into a Christ-centered marriage, and by making these promises and declaring your love for each other and exchanging rings, it is my honor to pronounce you man and wife. Tim, you may kiss your bride. It is my honor and my privilege to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Tim Austin.